Listen, man, y'all gonna get enough of publicly embarrassing yourselves when y'all out in public. You see what I'm saying? Because this right here is just a learning lesson. Like, I don't care how cool or how, much you think that girl like you, or you think that you love her the way that you think that you do. But this is like public humiliation, and it's only on the causing of him. Because I mean, soon he got down on one knee. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I looked at it, I was like, when a girl put her hand over her nose like that and all that stuff that girls be doing, I'm thinking like, okay, like she she cool with it. Like she finna like say yeah. She sat back down and then she put on her shades. And then you got people that's in the front, like you got people on the bench playing. Like I think it was the Atlanta Hawks or the Atlanta or the Houston Rockets. One of the players turned around and dude with the glasses turned around, looked at her like, see, this ain't nothing but a setback. She just made him just look stupid. But nah, she ain't make him look stupid. He made him look stupid. Like, if this was staged, which in today's, time, you really don't really know when, things are staged, or, I mean, you can kind of tell sometimes because they just give it away. But F all that, man. This is real. This shit is real. He embarrassed himself. It's real. And it's just a learning, teachable lesson to anybody who think that girl really like you like that, or she may have given you some type of signs. You gotta just turn a blind eye to the blurred lines, man. And what I mean, y'all, about when I say turn a blind eye to the blurred lines, because sometimes girls can just be, you know, they can lead a brother on into thinking like it's something that could be there, but it's really nothing that's there. So that's why you always have to play it safe and just keep it cool. Keep it cool and play it safe. Cause don't get me wrong, you know, I mean, if I wasn't so focused on myself, I ain't gonna lie. It's a chick that, you know, pretty girl, light skin, glasses, and everything like that. But I haven't spoke to her in a minute. When I mean by speaking, I don't mean like, as far as like talking on the phone, because it never got to that point, because I'm just, I ain't really like trying to, I wasn't checking for her like that. But she is an attractive girl. But I realized one thing, y'all. When I stopped speaking, don't get me wrong, some months rolled by and we into a new year now, because that was last year, right? But when I stopped speaking and I'm just like, I'm just fully and well focused on myself, I realized that I see this girl just, when I be walking, it's like she be in spaces that I'm walking towards, or she come into spaces that I'm at and I'm getting ready to leave. It's like we cross paths or so in some sort. But I'm not really, paying too much attention to that, because there was times before when I thought it could be like, am I tripping? And then it'll always be end up me tripping, because it's just like a coincidence. So I'm gonna just, turn a blind eye to the blurred lines. So I'm gonna just act like I don't really see what's going on, because it could all be just, her just missing my attention. Because crossing paths is one thing, but if, generally speaking, taking it off me, if you just like keep crossing paths with somebody, maybe it could be a sign of where she wants you to speak to her, or try to like, talk to her. But sometimes it could be just attention, because like I said, in today's world, we live in weird times where sometimes chicks can be weird and just can only just be wanting just your attention, because they missed you giving that to them, because you used to speak and all of a sudden you're not speaking. So that's why I say it's important for fellas to turn a blind eye to the blurred lines, because those are blurred lines, and that you can't really see clearly, because it's just, I don't know, them just either wanting your attention or wanting you to say something, or missing the fact that you're saying something. But I feel like this, man. If a girl wants you like that, I feel like she would say something to you, or at least like give a vibe to the point that way you would know, like, okay, like it ain't just what I was thinking. It ain't just, me just thinking it's a coincidence. Maybe she is like, checking for the boy like that. Because I mean, like, it's only so many times you can cross paths, and it's like, we've crossed paths before, but like I said, I ain't paying attention to that because I already know like you just missed my attention. That's understandable. So I'm gonna just turn a blind eye to the blurred lines, and I ain't gonna think nothing of it. But if we keep crossing paths, and like the vibe also has to be there. So like I said, the female has to say something. It ain't always just a guy initiating the conversation. So like I said, I'm not paying attention to that shit. I mean, she knows what she doing, and I'm gonna turn a blind eye to it. I just carry along, go about my way, keep it player, and just give her a compliment here or there too, and just keep it moving. Because that's probably was all she wanted. And she wanted from me, your boy. All right? So, I mean, what woman wouldn't want a compliment from me if I'm usually or have usually spoken to her in the past before? Because it all started last week when I'm leaving, she leaving. And the first time it happened, it was like I'm walking this way and she walking this way. So, like, I'm going this way and she's going that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. I ain't say nothing. So I get into the checkout line because, I had something that I was, that I purchased or whatever. So I'm giving, no, I didn't purchase nothing. I was like pushing my cart back in or whatever. So I see her again. And it's like she was walking fast. When women walk fast and they try to go in front of you, it's like they want you to like, I don't know, maybe she was just in a rush. So I ain't gonna think too much about that. So she walked fast and she had got back in front of me again at the exit. I'm like, damn. I'm like, she was just back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell she get that shit? Well, she must have had a serious power walk game. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? That was all the way back there. Back there where the frozen goods was at. And I'm in the front pushing my cart in. I'm finna get ready to go to the exit out, the building or whatever. So, yeah. That's one thing. So, today, the reason why I bring it up really, because today, cross paths again, because I had to give me some Tostitos, Rotel chips, Rotel dip or whatever. So I'm walking and I see her over there just standing there by herself. I'm realizing it's break time because when it's break time and it's like the pharmacy, they close their little gate or whatever, the little thing that they push up whatever, push down whatever. So I'm like, okay, so you know what I'm saying, see her again, and I was like, she was looking at some sort of type of I don't know what she looked like, some baby bibs or whatever. So I don't know what that was about. Like I said, I ain't gonna pay no attention to blind eye to the blurred lines, right? So yeah, blind eye to the blurred lines, whatever. So yeah, it's just a coincidence. It really ain't nothing to it. But like I said, the reason why I bring that up is because sometimes women can, give mixed signals, but you got to turn a blind eye to those blurred lines. And that's something that he should have did. So I'm going to pretend like, I'm going to act as if I don't know what she's doing. I'm just giving assumptions. So I ain't going to pay no attention to it or look no further into it. It is what it is. I'm just continuing to keep on doing my thing, focusing on myself. And that ain't going to never be broken. That's always going to be held together. And it's important for y'all to know, fellas, to always keep it together and stay focused. Even if you dating somebody, never let them come in between the vibe and just the whole aura and just the energy and just the, peace beyond and self-love that you built onto yourself, right? Because women are like big babies, you know what I'm saying? They always want attention. They always want you to like, make it about them. But you got to keep your own time and your own space and keep that gap so it won't ever get interfered or sabotaged due to relationships with women. Because if y'all don't work and y'all don't make it, you got to restart and rebuild yourself back up again. And I ain't got time for that shit because it takes too long. I've been there. That's how I'm, giving the game that I'm giving right now. But this dude embarrassed himself, and he didn't turn a blind eye to the blurred lines and the signals that she was throwing because he probably just met her at a grocery store. She probably gave him her number out of sympathy or whatever. And so he asked her, do you want to go to the Celtics game? And they probably been talking for like a month, like on some friend type shit or whatever, but it wasn't nothing like something serious. About some months in that they've been kicking it. And from the vibe and what she was getting, like, she didn't say yeah. So that make it seem like he been talking to this girl and he ain't even hit it. Because if he hit it and she wasn't really feeling him, she wouldn't be, well, it is at a Celtics game. So she ain't feeling homie like that from what the video is giving. And if it's staged or not, if this was a real situation or not. It wasn't given that she was given into anything towards his way. She just wanted to go to the Celtics game. So he felt like this was the perfect time to say, baby, will you marry me? So this is what he gets. And it is what it is, man. Sensei Reality News. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll let y'all on the next tip. Y'all already know what it is. One love. Peace.